back to another exciting episode of Weekly Entertainment. That's right, I am your host, Rudolph Michel. That's me. And hey, if you want to send us an email, care of the website, maybe we can get that up there for you, and you too can become part of Weekly Entertainment. Well, here it is, my favorite time of the year. There's the website right there, weeklyentertainment.org. Check us out, and you too can become part of the party. Well, where was I? Ah, yes. My favorite time of the year. Here it is. Fall has fallen, and the leaves are starting to turn. There's that nice crisp chill in this wonderful Michigan air. And what's coming up is Halloween, my all-time favorite holiday of all. Not just because of the candy, not just because of the fun, horror movies and haunted houses, which we'll be bringing you full coverage of as soon as Mark gets back to town, of course, because that's his kind of spiel. But just the total package. It's just so much fun, and it's just such a great feeling. It really takes you back to when you were a kid. And you know what? I was talking to my friend last night about this, and I think I'm going to go trick or treating this year. That's right. I'm going to get a costume, and we're just going to go nuts, and hopefully come back with a big thing of candy. But as I was saying to our studio audience here, the costumes of the kids today are just incredible. They're just so intricate, nothing like what we had as a kid. I mean, I'm 40, and we just had the cheap, just flimsy vinyl jumpsuit and the flimsy mask that was held together with just a really thin, tiny rubber band held on by a staple, and that's what we call the costume. And a really funny story. I was in grade school, and a kid wore a Star Wars Stormtrooper costume to school, which was cool, because I think I had a Battlestar Galactica Starbuck costume, but he didn't have the presence of mind, or maybe somebody didn't tell him that you're supposed to wear your clothes underneath these vinyl jumpsuits. And of course, over the course of the day, his vinyl costume started falling apart, and towards the end, he was basically a stormtrooper in his tighty whities. True story, actually. They ended up having to send him home, and it was very traumatic. But of course, no matter what costume I wore, I have the doting, Jewish mom, and she basically, we had to wear parkas over our costumes, so we could have had an amazing get-up designed by Bob Mackie, and we still would have been I would still would have been the parka, the pathetic kid with the parka over his head, like, oh, Bubby, you're gonna catch a cold if you don't wear your coat. So that was my traumatic Halloween experience. Well, we have an amazing show for you planned today. We have a special performance by UGA, our favorite co-host of the show. And I have a very special personal appearance coming up, which I'm going to tell you about after the break. Stay with us. Oh, God. Okay, and we're back for more Madcat Mayhem and broadcast journalism. I'd like to welcome everyone back to the studio. Well, we have a bit of news today to go over before we get into the ha-ha funny part of the show. Well, the government's in total shutdown, and Obama, he went on TV and he made a whole bunch of interesting remarks. One of them, he compared it to the Apple, I guess, the brand new operating system, and because of course the Obamacare site shut down and everything, and he compared it to the iOS 7. And people aren't. They're not shutting down the Apple Corporation because people don't like the product. But unfortunately, he's really comparing apples, pun, and oranges. And because Apple, we're not forced to buy Apple's product. I mean, I love Apple. This whole studio is run by Apple, but they aren't forcing us to buy their product, and there isn't going to be tax penalties if we don't. So there's really no comparison there. I'm sorry. Detroit. I guess a private investor has invested up to $20 million for a brand new penguin enclosure. This is extremely exciting because I'm a big fan of wildlife, and I guess it's going to be a total replica of the Antarctic, which is just a complete barren wasteland. We're going to be able to get up close and personal with these penguins, and it's going to be a really amazing thing. But it's cool and everything, but you have to drive through Detroit to get to the zoo, and apparently they're expecting us to drive through one barren wasteland to go see another barren wasteland. I don't know about that, but cool anyways. More Detroit news. I guess the RoboCop statue has finally been complete. They've been talking about this for a couple of years now. Can we show the picture of the RoboCop statue? Look at that. Now that is cool. That's what the city needs right there. Okay, he can't find a place to put the thing, and I think someone should step up and let it on their property. That is extremely cool. One more thing I found very interesting is a plan to kind of quell the urban blight is they're going to actually bring live sheep into the city to graze some of these vacant properties, which is actually kind of interesting. And one thing I didn't know about sheep, and we're going to roll this video right now, is I didn't know sheep could do this, but I always thought they just went bah bah, but apparently they can scream like humans. Let's watch the video, shall we?
What can I do for you?
Zapatero, ¿qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero? Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno canario? ¿Y de los ayuntamientos de la isla?
Yeah.
Or what? Coming soon to downtown Detroit. You're going to be hearing that. Well, I guess you already do hear screaming all night long in Detroit, so wouldn't be that big of a stretch. All right, well, you know, we even have video from the state fair, and we didn't see that. That's you learn something new every day on Weekly Entertainment. Don't say we never did anything for you. Well, before I forget, very special personal appearance I'm going to be making at the Taylor Library. It's going to be the first Thursday. I believe that's the 4th. It might be the 7th. I'm not sure. I don't have my calendar in front of me. But I'll be doing a lecture on UFOs and alien abductions at the Taylor Library. That'll be starting at 6:30 and going till 8. I'm going to be doing an hour-long presentation. And there'll be a reception afterwards with snacks and refreshments, and it's all free. So come on down and bring your imagination, and the truth is out there, which we will be examining. Because I've talked about this over the course of the show. My interest in UFOs and alien encounters and things of that nature. We've had some guests on, such as Dr. Todd. I don't think he believes, but. And I don't think he's a CIA agent. Okay, I've had emails, government conspiracy theorists email me saying, "Oh, he's a CIA agent. He drives around in a black helicopter and that sort of thing." I don't believe it. So, the freaks don't always come out at night. But come on down to the Taylor Library and see yours truly giving a lecture on UFOs and alien abductions. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be to promote my upcoming book also, called Silent Running. So, all right, well, you know him, you love him. He's one of our co-hosts on the show. He was actually on last show. He is underground affiliate UGA, also known as Jason Voorhees. He's going to be performing for us right now. this is why you want to come see us down here at Weekly Entertainment. Which can we show the website down there? You definitely want to become part of the studio audience and come on down and party with us because a lot of stuff happens off the show, and this was one of those things. He was warming up the crowd, and with a little stand up comedy, and we just happened to be recording it. And this is UGA is such a funny, uh, ultra talented guy, and I'm really happy and blessed to be working with such a talent. And hopefully, all of us will be back in the studio maybe next week. I'm not sure yet. We're working on some scheduling with Crazy Mark, and we're gonna bring the whole crew back. And but we always have a great time when we hang out. It's always a party down here, even when the camera's not rolling. All of us are always on our game, and we're like this 247. If you were to hang out with us, this is the hilarity that ensues. It's just nonstop, and we always just have a blast. But here's a little bit of UGA's Jason Voorhees stand-up comedy, and it was just uproariously funny. And I'm really glad super producer Ian was running the camera at the time because he was just, like I say, he was just warming up the crowd. So let's check out UGA Jason Voorhees with some stand-up comedy. This is going to be fun. So make yourself a big bucket of buttered popcorn and fasten your seatbelt.
I'd be like, no, I'd rather sit over here and keep daydreaming and drawing. And now that daydreaming is paying off. Because I'm daydream believer. Oh, here's a skit. I had a crush on my English teacher. True story. Actually, I think I was 17, 18. And I think she was probably in her 30s. I remember her name, too, to this day. Shouts out to Joy DeLang, wherever the you are. How you doing, Joy DeLang? Yeah, I can see myself. What's up, Ian? They're going to think I'm crazy in here. They're going to be like, this guy is nuts. No, for real, though. Conan O'Brien, you're funny. Jay Leno, give it up. I'm sorry. I love Jay Leno, okay? But, dude, you should have just retired and stayed out of the industry. But he could not because he has such a big freaking ego. Oh, Conan O'Brien is taking my shine. Come on, man. The guy has like a car museum full of cars. Have you seen the Tool Time episode on Home Improvement? I mean, the guy's got a freaking museum full of cars. He got tons of money. He's probably got tons of money just hidden everywhere. If the world ever like is going to be at the end of the world, I'll guarantee you he has a stockpile of weapons and ammunition as we speak. You probably go over there at Jay Leno's house. He's probably got every gun you can think of. Him and Clint Eastwood are probably smoking a right now. Speaking of Tim Taylor, what the happened to Tim Taylor? Tim Allen. What happened to him? He had a great book. Yeah, he did. Galaxy Quest was hilarious. You need to rent that VHS or DVD or Netflix, whatever the heck you do. But that movie was hilarious. It had Sigourney Weaver in it. It had the guy that was in Just Shoot Me. I can't think of his name, but he's a real funny dude. And then some other guy, Sam Rockwell, who was really funny in it. But I mean, what's that one? The black dude's name? The real funny dude. It wasn't D.L. Hewley. Wasn't Kevin Hart. I don't know. Real short tattoo looking dude. Real funny show. Great movie though. Honest, great movie. But it's like, what happened to Tim Allen? Like, Home Improvement went off the air. I think the kids grew up and said, you know what? I don't want to play this anymore. I think I'm going to try to make some money playing in some straight-to-DVD movies. Because that's what they did. They didn't do no A-list movies. Like, the guy from Home Improvement did a vampire movie. No, he did a sequel to Carrie. That's what he did. Xander's like, I'm ready for you anytime you are. I'm ready, Ian. Hey, look, got the UGA guest. This is how we do. I know I can watch myself watching myself. So I can sit here and pop up a chair watching myself watching myself. The funny thing is, like, I'm just naturally funny and goofy. I'm really not like a conceited person. I'm really cool, man. Like, if you want to share some Papa John's pizza with me, I'm a real cool guy. I love pizza. My stomach doesn't, but I do. Yeah, I guess the older you get like problems, and I got like lactose intolerant. Yeah, what's up, homie? You got it? I got the front. Sideways. What? Have no idea. I have no idea. I'm in my own world, right? I'm a Pisces. Pisces daydream a lot. So I got like 20 million things going on in my head right now. March 1st, yes, my birthday. What about it? Oh, your birthday is, yes. What are we going to do? We're going to have a Pisces birthday party. Let's do it. See, I had no idea what the heck he was talking about. Like, TV Land out there, he was like, I got your back. I'm like, okay. Survey says. All right. Did anybody see the movie We're the Millers with Jennifer Aniston, Jason Sudeikis? I know, right? We just like still keep talking and the credits are going. Are you serious? He's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's gonna have to bleep out like every other word I say, but I bleep out the offensive stuff. You know, on a serious note, I always wonder like why they took prayer out of schools. Like they wonder why we have so much violence and stuff, and part of the reason why they took prayer out of school, like when we went to school, we used to do the Pledge of Allegiance. It's like people don't even do that anymore. It's against my religion. Get the out of here. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend no one's religion, but people pray and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean, maybe there wouldn't be kids getting shot every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have kids. The world is crazy enough as it is. I don't want to have kids because you don't have the birds and the bees talk. You got the birds, the bees, the C's, the D's, the E's, the F, the G's. You know, before you know it, you're damn near to the Z's. You got to tell them, like, the whole thing about the miracle of life. You know? And if you don't tell them, they're going to Google it anyway. So, like, oh, Mom, I'm already past that. We're all doing the f*** you been? But that's what it is, man. The kids are growing up way too fast. They're putting genetically enhanced stuff in the food. I mean, it's a horrible thing. Like, and then some chicks just have mustaches naturally. I don't know if it's in the genetically cloned food or their ethnicity, but I'm not saying that but some chicks, like, they got a mustache and that's not sexy. I'm sorry, if you look like Billy D. Williams, you need to shave. Like, I dated a chick. Her name was Mary Wiswell. I remember her name because she had the worst breath ever. And I mean, I don't mean this to, you know, like make her sad or anything, but like, look, okay, this is how you know a girl has bad breath. Okay, we sat there we were at a Bible study actually. Okay, so I hope I don't get struck by lightning saying this story, but no, we were sitting there after Bible study and we were having like a moment hanging out together watching a movie or something. And I remember I had like some Mackinac fudge ice cream or something, you know. And even with the ice cream in my mouth, her breath was that bad. Like she had a tooth like rotted beyond, like it was just horrible. Like it was terrible. It was like rigor mortis set in, and she just did not realize it. She'd be like, is there a problem? And all I could do was just turn away because half my freaking face melted off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to turn away and get some water very quickly because I was on fire. So, and then, you know, we didn't go to Cedar Point together, but I mean, go figure, she had bad breath. And I wrote her a note, right? And back then, you know how you folded the notes in half and quarters and stuff? I told her, I said, look, I'm going to have to break up with you. And I said, you need to learn how to use a toothbrush, and you need to learn how to shave your upper lip. And I said this to her, and I'm sure that pissed her off. But, I mean, would you rather me not be honest and say, you know, you have the best breath ever, like, your teeth are immaculate, like, you have the best... You're the picture-perfect health role model of teeth. No. She looked like a piano lost a couple keys, for real. So, no disrespect. She's probably got 20 kids somewhere, 3 or 4 kids, 4 baby daddies. Is on Jerry Springer, or what the is that other show? You are not the father. Maury, shut the up. Dude, I'm so tired of Maury, dude. Sorry. Maury gets on my nerves. He's like, in the case of so-and-so, so-and-so, you are not the father. And then the guy gets up and he's jumping up and down. That's the last thing I'll be doing, like going on national television. And then the chick is like banging everyone in her neighborhood. So you would think that she would just like close her legs at some point and not talk about, well, you are the father because your nose looks like it. Look at my kid. The kid, he has the same distinctive nose as you and the jawbone. It looks just like you. And then when they find out that the baby's not theirs, what does the girl do? She runs in the back and cries. What are you crying about? You just brought your boyfriend on national television to try to ridicule him. Right, and it backfired, and then you get mad and you're crying and boo-hooing. It's like, yes. I prefer Jerry Springer over Maury, because at least that stuff was real when they first started. They were really bucking. Like, if you watch the old DVDs of Jerry Springer, they were really fighting. Like, the Thanksgiving episode, they were really throwing turkey at each other. You couldn't fake that. That was a real turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing getting thrown. You couldn't fake that. Now it's like ding, ding, ding. They start fighting. It's so scripted. It's so obvious. It's like wrestling. I love wrestling, but it's so obviously that's staged. They're like, oh, like they're like moving out the way, anticipating the move. This song is dedicated to my grandfather, Herbert Ray, and my mother, Cindy Lee. There's not a minute that I don't think about you guys. And I can't wait till I see you again. There's this feeling of emptiness, fear of being alone. Lost my grandfather last June, God took him home. He was only 86, he lived a long, happy life. 62 years of dedication and love from his wife. She stood by his side till it was time for him to go. I was in the room before he died. I felt the room grow cold, and Pam was hysterical, and Pam was in tears. The energy left his body, he was no longer here. And all I could do was collapse to the floor. Only father figure ever knew was gone, not alive no more. How much more pain do I have to go through? Tell me why I feel this, what's the reason, don't have a clue. All I can do is illustrate it through verse. My feeling can't describe when they put his body in the hearse. At least I was with my mom, but she's not alone. I wanna come too when it's facing going home. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, keep focused on this pain inside. I know I gotta let go, but everyone hurts, doesn't wanna be alone. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, gotta keep pushing to the top, keep focused on this pain inside. I know I gotta let go. There is many things that it's hard to understand. Why did mother get beat up, used by an abusive man? Why did she have to die? Why couldn't I go with her? Reminiscing my childhood, snapshots of a blur. John Bergman was a man, I thought he loved my mother, but when he was beaten right, he wasn't thinking of her. Wanted for police, tried to get him off the steps, terrified. I was 7, didn't know what he could do next. My grandfather looked out for me, I needed some love. Know he's smiling down at me from up above. My mother did the best she could, but she had her own issues as I kneel on the grave. Kiss the stone, say I miss you, get some tissue, tears falling as I wipe my eyes. Gotta keep moving on and just live my life, but this pain inside cuts deep and it's burning my chest as I look up at the sky, wondering will be my final rest. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, keep focused on this pain inside. I know I gotta let go, but everyone hurts, doesn't wanna be alone. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, gotta keep pushing to the top, keep focused on the pain inside. I know I gotta let go. Now I gotta be strong for grandma and keep my out of prison. Make better choices and do my best to listen. I come too far to throw it, I would pull away. Something inside says, hold on, Jason, everything will be okay. But my heart's decayed and filled with heartache. Lost two people I really loved and how much more I can take. My mind's a box, I feel I'm close to the edge. Put scissors to my wrist, but I didn't want it to end. All I need is a friend to help me through this hard time. I'm falling apart, not just saying this to rhyme. All these years I've been blind and living in denial. Mother took her own life when she walked that last mile. And all I can do is talk about it to my therapist. Don't have a clue what went wrong or why I couldn't stop it. Blaming myself for her death. If I could turn back time, I would go in the place she never walked that white line. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, keep focused on this pain inside. I know I gotta let go, but everyone hurts, doesn't wanna be alone. When the tears fall and it seems you're hopeless, gotta keep pushing to the top, keep focused on this pain inside. I know I gotta let go, I gotta let go, I gotta let go. I remember the last words that my grandfather told me. He said to move on with your life. Stop thinking about the past, because that's what it is. For so long, that's all I ever did, man, is like beat up on myself. My grandfather really looked out for me. He was like the real father that I never really had. And there's a lot of things that I'd like to say to him. Unfortunately, he's not here, but this song is just, it's like a letter to him, to my mother. Anyone that's ever lost a loved one, man, you ain't alone. You know what I'm saying? We're in this world together. And when the tears fall, you just gotta keep pushing. I'm UGA, man.
All right, a big, huge thanks to UGA. It's just such a talented guy, and that was his rap song after the stand-up, and just amazing. It's he does all that freestyle, and it's just incredible. It's just an incredible talent, and we are truly blessed to have him on the show. Well, that's the show for today. That's right. We covered everything from Screaming Sheep to stand-up comedy, and you gotta love it. You never know what you'll get here at Weekly Entertainment. Well, if you think you have talent and want to be part of this awesome party, this party train, you want to step on board and send us an email, care of the website, weeklyentertainment.org. There it is. Awesome. Okay, and real quick, let me plug that once again. It is going to be November 7th at the Taylor Library. You wanna check that out? That's going to be my lecture on UFOs and aliens. So make sure you mark your calendar and come on down and meet me. Like I said, it's all free. We're going to have a reception afterwards with snacks and refreshments, and it's going to be a great time. And you never know. Well, that's all the show we have for you today, folks. I know it just flies by, doesn't it? And hopefully we'll be back next week with more Madcap Mayhem and broadcast journalism. I don't know if we'll have Crazy Mark back yet. We're still working with his agents. We're trying to get him back on the show, just like we had the last show with him and UGA. Well, till then, keep posted on the website for the latest news and information regarding the show. And remember, if you want to be a guest, it's just an email away. We're looking for anybody. Well, good night, ladies and gentlemen.